Pembubaran Parlimen akan membuka beberapa
question untuk Tuan Sheikh. Tempoh masa ada lagi untuk mereka lakukan appeal dua pasukan ni. Tapi dalam 7-6 hari ni mungkinkah lengkap mereka boleh settle all these issues and documentation, ataupun memang dah sukar dah untuk mereka complete the registration with the documents?
Okey, sebagaimana yang saya maklumkan tadi, mereka ada tempoh 7 hari. 7 hari untuk membuat rayuan ke pihak appeal body, iaitu satu badan rayuan bebas, juga badan rayuan bebas yang dilantik oleh pihak MFL. Dan keputusan tadi adalah pada 19 Oktober pukul 5 petang, sebelum atau pada 5 petang. Jadi untuk menentukan sama ada soalan tadi, dokumentasi apa semua tu, memang mereka boleh, sekiranya mereka tidak berpuas hati dengan keputusan yang kami buat. Sebab keputusan ini ada berdasarkan kepada dokumen yang dihantar kepada kami, sama ada cukup atau tidak cukup. Jadi terpulang, bidang kuasa itu adalah terpulang kepada pihak rayuan, ya, pihak rayuan untuk menentukan sama ada keputusan yang dibuat oleh pihak FIB diterima ataupun ditolak. Sekiranya ditolak oleh pihak pihak rayuan, maka mereka bolehlah, ya, mereka bolehlah diberikan lesen, national lesen tu boleh diberikan, ya. Okey, itu dia.
Dari pengalaman dokumen-dokumen yang diperlukan ni cukup masa tak untuk disediakan? Ini melalui pengalaman you lah.
Okey, this is a landmark case yang kita tidak pernah lagi setakat ini tidak membenarkan lesen, national lesen diberikan kepada kelab-kelab di Liga Super. Ini adalah kali pertama. Jadi untuk saya menjawab soalan itu, saya tidak bolehlah menjawab soalan itu kerana preparation of document itu adalah di dalam bidang kuasa kelab masing-masing. Dan bidang kuasa seterusnya adalah di pihak rayuan, okay, untuk menentukan sama ada dokumen yang mungkin akan dihantar ke ataupun apa semua ni boleh diterima atau tidak. Jadi as far as the FIB is concerned, keputusan yang dibuat oleh FIB, kita tidak dapat membenarkan lesen itu diberikan. Okay.
Tambahan pula lagi sikit, badan appeal ni, badan rayuan ni, dia punya komposisi dah ada pegawai accountability.
Memang sudah ada, dah dilantik oleh pihak MFL, memang dah. Tapi bukan daripada pihak FIB lah, ya, bukan daripada pihak FIB.
Soalan seterusnya.
Rajat, just to add, when you look in manual, I know you like to download and read, Article 3.4.4, the AB shall make its decisions based on the decision of the FIB and all the evidence provided by the licensed applicant or licensor before the FIB, with its written request for appeal together with the submission of MFL licensing appeal form. So the decisions made by the appeals committee will be based on the evidence provided to FIB. So within the 7 days, is there new evidence that may have been missed during this due process that can be submitted? However, any new documents following the date of the closing and also the date of the decision, within the 7 days, there's no new additional evidence that can be provided. The decision of the appeals body is to ratify the decision made by FIB on the evidence that FIB has today, not new evidence that needs to be supplied. However, again, I repeat, if there is evidence that was missed during the time of the decision that has been made, that can be brought forward for consideration, but not new evidence that is going to be just put together now.
Katanya kalau let's say Melaka dengan Sarawak memang gagal untuk penuhi kriteria tu, adakah dapat lesen? So adakah Liga Super pada musim depan akan ada 16 pasukan saja?
Betul. Kalau dua pasukan tidak menerima lesen, kita akan kekal dengan format 16 pasukan. Sama seperti idea atau plan untuk 2024, di mana kita ada 16 pasukan. Tahun 2023, jikalau dua pasukan ini tidak berjaya dalam proses appeal rayuannya, kita akan kekal dengan format 16 pasukan Liga Super.
Next question.
Cik Stuart, kalau Ila tadi kata kalau dia orang gagal, so dua tim tidak akan bermain dalam Liga Super kan, jadi apa nasib dia orang? Maksud saya, pada season dia orang akan main di mana, adakah liga lain?
Terima kasih. Based on format atau structure liga kita, saya tiada jurisdiction untuk membuat komen mengenai kemasukan Melaka atau Sarawak di dalam M3. Ya, kalau jatuh daripada Liga Super pada struktur yang sedia ada adalah ke dalam Liga M3. Liga M3 boleh membuat keputusan untuk menerima kedua-dua pasukan ini untuk liga tahun depan atau tidak. Tetapi pada masa ini, selepas kita tidak memberi lesen kepada Melaka dan Sarawak untuk musim 2023, consideration are a different body. MFL tiada jurisdiction di dalam competition yang berlainan.
Untuk lesen AFC, bila tarikh akhir yang diberikan oleh AFC?
Terima kasih. The 30th of April is the last day for the AFC license. Seperti mana semua tahu, musim AFC sudah berubah dengan perubahan musim, di mana group stage AFC Champions League dan AFC Cup bermula pada bulan September 2023. Berbeza dengan format tahun-tahun sebelum. Dengan itu, keperluan adalah untuk pasukan-pasukan yang mendaftar untuk mendapat lesen AFC perlu menyerahkan tambahan dokumentasi keuangan sebelum 30 April tahun depan. Ya, dan keputusan akan dibuat selepas itu mengenai lesen AFC.
Ada soalan lain? Tak ada?
Okey.
Okay.
Okay.
Kalau berkenaan dengan luar daripada event ni
Boleh. Boleh. Kalau tak ada, kalau untuk pelesenan ni, sebab this is quite a big topic, kalau mungkin kurang pemahaman, please don't be afraid to ask. Your question may be the question of others. We need to make sure that the clarity of the announcement and information is correct. So maybe refrain from tweeting if not yet, but just get the information correctly to ensure that there is no confusion.
Any feedbacks from these Sarawak United and Melaka? We know that Melaka have some changes in the structure. Sarawak are still very much in the dark. So, any response over this failure of obtaining license?
The clubs have been informed at 2 p.m. earlier. Press conference been called at 3 p.m. This is to ensure that the clubs are aware before it becomes public knowledge. I'm sure the clubs will be in touch with me at some point later today, if not tomorrow. And I will discuss this with the clubs. For the information of media, MFL and FAM are already in discussions in terms of the proceedings, in terms of the license impact on player and official contracts. This is in discussion internally between FAM and MFL to ensure we have a due process for the justice of players and officials. And we are also in touch with PFAM on the pathway of the player claims. So just to give you a heads up that that discussion is already ongoing. Anyway, Kinfai?
Stuart, before this you announced the change of structure for next season Super League. I'm sure you've already discussed with potential partners, potential sponsors. Does the decision today impact any of your plans that you already have ongoing with partners and sponsors, because now you have two less teams, less games and everything?
Yeah, thank you, Kinfai. Very relevant question, especially in the year of the revamp. One of the restructures of the league is to ensure additional matches and a bigger league system. But the ideal number for us was always 16. But based on the format of this year and the number of teams that we have had, we've always wanted to make sure that we include everybody into the Liga Super and the chance to maintain themselves in Liga Super. it does affect commercial negotiations. However, the stigma of negative press and negative news in football does also take the industry two steps backwards. So I believe the decision made by FIB, it does create speed bumps in commercial discussions, but it does open a big identity for the league to ensure we are able to move past the stigma of unpaid salaries towards a more commercial and competitive league structure that we want. So this big landmark decision, as said by the chairman, is something that is necessary for us to move forward and to grow the industry.
In terms of the M-League ecosystem, previously we had Hotel United, UKM, and now 2 more teams. How you see this bidding, throwing away these bad apples in the long term of sustainability? Obviously they have this fear of, okay, more teams will be kicked out, but at the same time, you're encouraging them to do things properly. So to get this balance of being the bad cop and good cop, how you see the challenge?
I compliment, as I said in my opening remarks, I compliment the committee. A lot of what the committee has done over the years goes unnoticed. And we have had problem clubs before, whether it was PDRM, ATM, Perak, Kelantan, Sabah, that went through turmoils and traumatic periods, where the flexibility, support and guidance given by the committee and by the unit was taken in a very, very proactive and positive manner. Today these clubs are stable, managed well and proceeding to perform on the field as well. However, the decisions such as this, as you said, Rajan, the exit of clubs in the league structure, that's where when we presented the revamp, one of the key principles is to develop more clubs. So we are heading backwards to move to AFL in terms of the development of amateur clubs into a semi-pro system and then to the professional structure. Malaysia is blessed or cursed by the fact that we are a very state-based system. And because of that, the professional clubs coming out from districts and from professional setups are limited. But that is the responsibility of MFL to ensure that we develop more professional clubs to be competitive in the competitive professional space. We hope that we can do this over the next 2 to 3 years. But today's decision of the landmark decision made by FIB is a way to remedy the perception and stigma of Malaysian football.
Alright, another question. That's all.
Zul, you kan ada soalan luar?
Soalan luar, Zul.
Ini dengan itu Pembubaran Parlimen ada efek kita punya competition tak?
Sudah mesti Pembubaran Parlimen akan membuka beberapa tanda soal tarikh perlawanan, ya, dengan knockout stage format yang kita ada pada tahun ini. Setiap perlawanan adalah perlawanan yang amat berharga. Dengan itu, kita expect semua knockout stage matches akan mengundang penyokong dan penonton yang ramai. Keperluan keselamatan di setiap home venue adalah satu kerisauan MFL, terutamanya dengan adanya pembubaran parlimen dan juga perhatian dan fokus keselamatan tempatan yang mungkin ada tugasan yang berbeza daripada situasi biasa. Pada masa ini saya belum terima apa-apa tarikh resmi mengenai tarikh pencalonan atau tarikh undian sebegini, dan selepas kita terima tarikh resmi, MFL akan mengumumkan jikalau perlu perubahan tarikh mengikut tarikh daripada SPR.
Okay, itu saja. Okay, thank you Tuan Syed dan juga Cik Stuart Ramalingam.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you.